Fala galera, tudo bem com vocês? Hoje a MBR entrou em campo contra a Cru e foi um verdadeiro jogão. O primeiro mapa foi a Ascent e foi 13-9 pra Cru. O segundo mapa foi a Lotus e a MBR venceu por 13-11. E na Pearl, no OT, a MBR venceu por 14-12 e ficou com a vitória.
Do FRZ! 4K e ponto do MBR!
O FRZ prometeu que hoje a mirinha tá dura, tá linda! 4K pra ele, um clutchzaço.
Nós cogitamos, né? Vai salvar nada. O FRZ ainda contou com uma boa pinada do Davis. E, cara, o Davis, além de ter pinado, ele fez uma maré.
Consegue punir o primeiro, mas RG ele faz a troca. E agora Murizz. Vamos ver o timing pra ele, a rotação. São 3 jogadores chegando. Segura o primeiro, viu o segundo. Vem o terceiro!
Monstro!
Murizz sensacional! 4! Disparo quase acerta, mas ainda bem que errou de novo. E o hit, olha
beleza,
ele, segurando o spray. Consegue levar 2, a Spike vai ser plantada.
Isso é sorte de campeão, meus amigos.
É mais do que sorte, é muita mira, é muita bala, muita noção do hit, que já leva o terceiro. 5 contra 2 agora. O MBR faz um roundão e por enquanto plantou em todos os rounds, né? Tá conseguindo, né, fazer essa entrada, tá conseguindo garantir o plant. Em alguns ali no comecinho não defendeu, mas tá lá. 4 do hit.
Vai buscar o Ace.
Ele quer mais. Vamos ver, porque o Nags tá muito longe, né? Mas o hit tá indo,
mesmo.
Tá indo pro lado certo, pode encontrar, pode garantir esse ace.
Mas é bom tirar arma, tem que tirar essa arma, a economia do MBR tá legal, podem arriscar e o Murizz vai roubar. O Murizz roubou.
Será? Não, deixa pro hit, deixa pro hit! Não!
Pô, mas aí quem...
A Cru vai perdendo muito tempo, vai curando, vem o segundo veneno agora do Murizz, vai dar muito dano, mas metade já foi feita. RG ele aparece, segura o dedo, leva 2 do Murizz, pega o terceiro e agora o Perde tá indo pro desarme, alguém vai pra cima dele! Meu Deus do céu! 1x5!
Troca de lado.
E o Cassidy garantiu esse desarme?
Garantiu o XR. Para nossa tristeza.
E na entrevista pós-jogo para a transmissão gringa, o Murizz falou um pouco sobre a partida, falou sobre jogar contra o Gecko, comentou sobre a Loud e sobre a evolução da MBR no campeonato, saca só.
Welcome back, everyone, to the VCT Americas, where we are ready for the Verizon post-match interview. Standing here with Murizz. Wow. Murizz, congratulations. What an epic series that was. I'm sure maybe it was a little bit stressful for you, but we as viewers certainly enjoyed it. There's so much to talk about, but let's just kick it out and start with Lotus. Lotus was such a back and forth map, and at the end we saw how close the scoreline was, 13-11. With your composition with double controller, how difficult was it to go up against the Gecko lineup?
I think we're pretty confident in our composition. The best maps we play, like we played that composition, so we have a really good read on the game. We can play more split, like 3-1-1 on the map. So we have a lot of good reads in the attacking side. I think we did like 9 rounds attacking, so like that's a lot. The map's a little bit attack-sided, but we managed to like read really easy in the attack because Gecko like isn't really a strong agent to hold the side. I don't know if you get it. He kind of needs to play retake. So that's really hard. Like if we are calmer than them, playing a little bit better than them, we can win the after plants. So we were fine. I think that's mostly it. And defending, it's kind of hard because they have a lot of utility. Gecko utility comes back in like 10 seconds, so they kind of have all the map to them. So it's really hard. But yeah, we managed to get a little 4 points, so we're fine.
After a chaotic second map, we headed into map number 3 on Pearl. You secured a bit of an early lead, and then it started to turn really back and forth. The game itself, there were so many multi-kills coming out from both your team as well as Crew. Walk us through what it's like as an in-game leader when that is happening.
Well, it's more like it's very emotional in the game because both teams had pretty similar game plan to the game. most teams are playing like loud comp right now, and understanding that you can't really hold the sites. Like the same thing I said on Lotus, but it's a little bit. It's actually only that in Per mostly. So I mean, it's the same thing. We have to be really calm on the retakes and the after plants. And like, I don't know, I just felt the game a lot, and I'm really grateful from my team stepped up a lot and called a lot with me, so I didn't have to focus too much on the macro game and could play my game better. So it props like mainly to RGL playing Harbor and helping a lot with getting space on the map, in the XX. He helped a lot in the reads as well. So that's why I kind of could step up and play a little bit better than the other two maps.
No, certainly, you were fragging off the board, and that sort of support must be so helpful as the IGL. And speaking of support, on that second half, when the scoreline was getting super close, we saw MIBR call 2 timeouts. What was Bazooka talking to you guys about during those timeouts?
We were planning to play more on the setups we played when we won the rounds. So it was working really well, and we tried to adapt some stuff, and actually didn't work too much because the stuff we had planned and we practiced were working really well. So also too emotional to break their timing on the game, and yeah, there was mostly it. I think it helped a lot that he didn't need to pause in the first half, so we could like stop and reset 2 times. And hear Bazooka saying it's always grateful, like, guys, we're champion, you know.
Absolutely, and I feel like it's just been amazing to see MIBR's developments, especially coming from last week. You went up against second best team in the world and still had such a close series. In fact, in the interview with Sadak, he was saying he was panicking quite a few times. With last week's games and today's games, overall, how are you feeling about the team and how you guys are gelling together and coming out in VCT Americas?
Well, I feel really confident in my team. We're having really close games, but I think it's because we have a new players on the team. We're still finding how to play on the match. It's different, like it's always different. So we're feeling each other, going a little bit to this side, and then we actually saw the loud VOD. So we see that we are getting to the point where we want to play in the tournaments. So we're like, okay, we're getting there. So we are a little bit more confident to this match, and everyone is just helping each other so much to be in the same feeling in the game. So I think we're getting there. It's a long tournament, so we're kind of going game by game, and we're confident that we can do great matches.
Amazing. That growing synergy is absolutely beautiful to see. Thank you so much for taking the time for this interview, Murizz.
Pois é, com essa vitória da MBR, o Brasil segue sem perder para times gringos na competição. A única derrota do Brasil na Liga das Américas é da própria MBR, mas foi contra a Loud. E outro jogo que tivemos hoje mais cedo foi NRG e Sentinels. Mas aqui foi um passeio da NRG. A Lotus foi disputada, a NRG venceu por 3-10. Mas na Icebox foi um verdadeiro passeio e a NRG venceu por 13-2. Mas e aí, o que você achou das partidas de hoje? Deixa aí nos comentários, deixa também aquele like, se inscreve no canal para não perder nada. Aquele abraço e até o próximo vídeo.